Yo, welcome to Chase Packs. My name's Chase. In today's video, we will be getting into Pokemon's Sword and Shield era and some of the cards from each of the sets. Not all necessarily the top cards from those sets, but more cards that I'm looking to add to my collection. There are some cards in here that are the top chases out of those sets. Big money. There's big money cards in Sword and Shield, and you know, the set is now 5 to 3 years old, depending on what set you're looking at. So maybe like some of you, I've been caught up in Scarlet and Violet. You know, the market went crazy in Scarlet and Violet, and it's hard not to pay attention to that because it's just in your face always. So myself, like a lot of other collectors and investors, they're taking a step back from it because it's so hype, right? And with Sword and Shield, it's 5 to 3 years old. It's not being reprinted, and the prices are only going to go up on these boxes and these cards. So we're going to take a look at those today. This is purely like just cards that we're looking at for my collection. So, you know, I'm not looking at any box prices in this video. Just cards that I want to put in a binder, I want to pick up, possibly get graded depending on what they look like. So let's get into it. I'm getting in a bad habit of not recording my screen before I start. Okay, here we go. Charizard VMAX from Darkness Ablaze. Market price $37 for near mint. Not bad. I like the card. When this card first came out, like a lot of things in Pokemon, when it first comes out, it's kind of meh to you. And then as time goes on and you look back at it, you're like, cool. Like when I was a kid, Aquapolis, Skyridge, honestly, I didn't like them at all. And you know, the older I get, the more I go back and look at those sets. I'm like, is Skyridge my favorite set? Like it just happens. It's weird how that happens. Like you don't like it at all, and then just give it time, and then you go back and you're like, and you go, okay, yeah, I actually like this a lot. So it's weird how that works. But anyway, Charizard VMAX, like I said, $37 market price. It's an ultra rare. You guys seen this card? It's a cool card though. It looks good. Another Charizard from Champion's Path, secret rare. $233 market price. So this one's hefty. This one's expensive. You know, I feel like, you know, I like this card, but something about this card, I don't love it, and I feel like the reason I do like it is because, you know, it's a hot commodity, right? It's $233 market price, and you know, I try not to let myself gravitate towards cards just because they're high value, and I try to keep a good balance of, do I actually like the card, right? Because I would hate to pay $233 for a card and then get down the road and be like, I don't really even like this card. Why'd I spend so much money on it, right? So that's like the kind of mindset I have when I'm collecting. Like, you know, it's different if you're collecting sealed product, right? Like you know, I could give a crap about this booster box, but I know this booster box is $300 now, and it's going to be worth $1,000 someday. So, you know, the cards in the set, I mean, so that's a different mindset I take. Like these when I'm looking at singles and cards, like I'm strictly usually looking at them for my collection. So I do like this card, but for $245, it's on the edge of, am I willing to, or $233, I'm sorry, it's on the edge of, am I willing to spend that type of money for it? Why is my monitor all bent down? There we go. Okay, moving on. The Tyranitar V alternate full art from Battle Styles. I love this card. Man, I keep saying how I don't like cartoonish cards, but then again, I keep finding myself saying that I like cards that are cartoonish once I look at them. I love this card. Market price $213. Tyranitar, awesome Pokemon, one of my favorite Pokemon. Really cool card. Really enjoy that card. Okay, the Galarian Zapdos from Chilling Reign. Zapdos is one of my favorite Pokemon of all time. This card is I love it. I love this card. I love the colors. The Galarian Zapdos is really cool. I love a lot of the Galarian, or all of the Galarian birds, legendary birds. Market price $66. Haven't really been looking at the charts here, but let's look at why not. 3-month chart, it's up 39%. So let's see, what was its lowest point? Well, yeah, what was its lowest point here? End of January, $48. You know, looks like the high point here was $73, back down to 67. So this might be one of those times to buy. A sweet spot for me for a lot of cards that I'm looking to collect is like $75 and below. If I think it's a good card, it's a good artwork, and it's a Pokemon that I enjoy, and it's under $75, like I always try to pick that card up, because like in my mind, as long as it's a good Pokemon that everybody likes, as long as the art looks great or good enough, you know, I try to pick those cards up, because eventually, you know, this card isn't. I don't think, in my opinion, this card won't stay under $100 for forever. Like eventually, this card's gonna be a $100 card, in my opinion. So that's the way I look at a lot of these cards. That's kind of my judge. Is like, art good? Is it a popular Pokemon? Do I like the Pokemon? You know, is the price reasonable right now? So, all right, let's move on. Galarian Articuno, really cool card. Preferably with the Articuno, I prefer the original Articuno, but this is a beautiful card. Very well done. Love the blues, love the purple. Market price $60. Oh, sorry, Chilling Reign, if you guys didn't know. This is from Chilling Reign also. So 3-month chart is up 10%. So not as much as the Zapdos, but it is up. Now, this is a big card, obviously, right? The Rayquaza VMAX alternate secret art from Evolving Skies. Everybody knows the Moonbryon, so I just skipped it, and because quite frankly, I'm not spending that much money on a single card. Now this is a card that's also extremely expensive, right? $801, which I shouldn't say never. I'm very unlikely to pay that straight up for this card, but this is a card that I would be willing to trade for, to be honest, because I really enjoy this card, and Rayquaza is a iconic Pokemon that I really enjoy, and the art on this card is phenomenal. I mean, that's why this card is $801, right? It has the iconic Pokemon. The art is beautiful. It comes out of a awesome set like Evolving Skies. So, yeah, great card. I can't say more positive things about this card. Another card from Evolving Skies, the Noivern. Alternate full art here, $43 market price. I don't think this is bad. A bad price point, considering that this card comes out of Evolving Skies. Evolving Skies is so expensive, right? The sealed product is so expensive that not a lot of people are opening. I mean, it is being opened because, you know, we got the rip and ship culture right now. A lot of packs are being opened that wouldn't have been open if it wasn't for that culture. But the fact is that it's so expensive to open Evolving Skies, right? So I think if you're looking for, like, you know, to make a little money, investment wise on picking up a single, this might be one to pick up. I like the card just because I like the card. Noivern's a cool Pokemon to me, and like I said, I'm strictly looking at this for my collection. So, but this probably isn't a bad play if you're trying to buy this and sell it at a later point. So, but anyway, moving on onto Fusion Strike, the Mew V alternate full art. Can't say enough about Mew. Everybody loves Mew. I mean, well, I shouldn't say everybody, but most people like Mew. Fusion Strikes is a nice set, a really nice set. Those boxes are getting expensive now, like $500 plus, right? Market price $57. I don't think you can go wrong with this card, despite it being down 20%, 21% pretty much on the 3-month chart. The high was 79. Now we're down to 58. Kind of surprising. I mean, obviously it's up over the year chart for sure. It's usually a lot of these cards are always going to be, but excuse me. Yeah, I'm kind of surprised this is down 20%, 21%. This might be the time to pick this card up, to be honest with you. $59. That ain't bad. That ain't bad from an alternate art from Fusion Strike. So the Celebi, also from Fusion Strike, you know, alternate full art here. Market price $50. Another card that is down almost 19% from Fusion Strike. So that's interesting. That's 2 cards from Fusion Strike that are down. Really cool, really cool, beautiful art, beautiful art. The purples, the bright green, Celebi, not necessarily like, you know, a super sought after iconic Pokemon, I don't think. But a mythical Pokemon, right? Just like Mew. So this wouldn't be a bad pickup either. I mean, $50. Not bad, not bad. Okay, this card, another card that's, you know, out of reach for a lot of people. The Gengar VMAX, alternate art from Fusion Strike, $634 market price. I mean, this card was, you know, earlier, you know, was a couple months ago. Yeah, middle of February, $747. So it got a lot of hype, you know, a couple months ago. Now it's down to 648. So this is dropping, you know, 8% in 3 months. But this art is phenomenal, and Gengar is an incredibly popular Pokemon. So really cool card. Another one of those cards that I would be looking to trade for. Probably not going to hand you $634 for it out of my pocket, but I could be willing to trade for this card. All right, Charizard V, alternate art from Brilliant Stars. Market price $212. I love this card. I love everything about this card. Charizard's an awesome Pokemon. I really, really like Venusaur as a Pokemon. So this card to me is an awesome card, and for $212, I think it's worth it for my collection, for sure. It is up 9% over the last 3 months, so really cool card. You know, I'm drawn to the cards that have the Pokemon like in action, right? And this card is like the epitome of that. So really nice card, really enjoy it. Machamp, Gen 1 Pokemon, you know, it's like a meme that everybody had, you know, the first edition of Machamp Holo, right? Or the Unlimited, whatever one you had. I feel like everybody had it, but this alternate art from Astral Radiance is probably my favorite Machamp card, just because the art is like, it's just fun. It's just a fun card. Market price $168. I got to be honest though, this is probably the one card on this list for me that is probably the last place card. Like, this is the last card that I would pick up off of this list that I have, just because I like Machamp. It's a Gen 1 Pokemon, you know, one of the Pokemon I grew up with as a kid. But for $168, pretty much $170, it's a little steep for me. It's a little steep for me, but I think it's a really awesome card that I think it's just going to go up in value. Here on the 3-month chart, you know, we're up 21% on the 3-month chart here. So let's look at it here. End of January, $139, up to $170 pretty much now. So it's going up, but really cool artwork on that card. The Aerodactyl, alternate art from Lost Origins. Beautiful art. One of my favorite Pokemon. Just awesome card. Awesome card to me. $140 market price. Up 23% on the 3-month chart. It's just a gorgeous card. It really is. It's just such a gorgeous card. Aerodactyl's very nostalgic for me. It's nostalgic for a lot of people, right? You open up those fossil packs when you were a kid, get the Aerodactyl card. It was just, man, it was awesome when you were a kid. But all right, Lugia V alternate art from Silver Tempest. Probably like the only card from Silver Tempest that I'm looking to pick up, to be honest. Silver Tempest is not a bad set, but with all these options, if you're going through the Sword and Shield era, Silver Tempest is, you know, these boxes were very inexpensive for a long time. So market price $285 for this. It's down, barely down. It's down 0.13% on the 3-month chart. Let's go to the 1 year. Yeah. 6 months. What's the 1 month chart look like? Down 4% in the 1 month chart. So yeah, this card got up to $304 at the beginning of March, down to $283 now. So this card, I can see this card going down a little bit more, maybe, but not much. Lugia is an iconic Pokemon, and the artwork on this card is unmatched. It's top tier for me. I love it. I love this card a lot. The Raikou V from Crown Zenith. Crown Zenith has all of the cards in it, right? Everybody, I don't know anybody who doesn't like Crown Zenith from the so the Raikou V from the Galarian Gallery, market price $26. It's a cheaper card, but the colors and the art on this card are crazy good. Raikou, I love Raikou as a Pokemon. You know, we got Suicune, obviously Entei, but this card particularly in this set stands out to me a lot. It is down 7.6% on the 3-month chart. So, you know, an affordable card from a very popular set, right? I mean, Crown Zenith there was, you know, the print run was big on Crown Zenith, but, you know, the prices of the packs are going up. Crown Zenith's not getting any cheaper. They're not making more of it, right? So this might be a card worth picking up at $26 because, you know, it's an iconic Pokemon with a beautiful art from a good set. So Suicune from Crown Zenith, Galarian Gallery, $33 market price. Awesome card, iconic Pokemon again. I touched on this last time. The Mewtwo V-Star, Crown Zenith, Galarian Gallery. Last video I touched on this card. This is a absolutely phenomenal card to me. I love this card. It is down 20% on the 3-month chart. Market price $92. Worth it to me. I'll pay it every day. I love this card so much. But that's gonna do it for this one, guys. Try to make it quick. Looked at a lot of cards there. All cards from the Sword and Shield era, right? I told you I'm looking back into the last era for cards to add to my collection. Just because, you know, the cards are getting old. That's 5 to 3 years old for all these sets here. So, and they're gonna get harder and harder to find and more expensive as time goes on. So you guys let me know down in the comments, what are you collecting nowadays? But that's it for this one, guys. I appreciate you being here. If you enjoyed the video, leave it a like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.